live. If you are not watching this live, which you should have been, number one, okay? If you wasn't watching live, I get it. You got things to do, right? And you didn't make it on time, right? So if you're not watching live, you might want to fast forward here just a little bit, right? As we get everything set up on the stream. Make sure everything is going good, sounding good, looking good. Let me get a text from you, B.
Hello.
Oh yeah, he there. So we're gonna get a few things going in here, man. We're gonna get some people in here, man. We're gonna try to share the stream out and run it up a little bit. I feel a little spicy today, B. I can't remember the last time I wanted to do 15 minutes of fame in this format. So last time let me pause.
Guys, I'm horrified.
But I needed B to be here to kind of, keep things copacetic in a way or two. But also, of course, I want to get his opinion on today's topic of the day. So shout out to the people who are already in the building. You guys are freaking amazing. We're gonna get started in a little bit. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share the stream out. I talk back. Get up in the chat. Let's run these numbers up. Let's get them up.
He said, "Get messy."
You know, Habby. We're gonna get going this in just a few minutes here.
Put the tweet up.
I haven't set this up on this end in a while. B, how I sound on YouTube, man? Everything's sounding good.
Let me see. I'm gonna check right now. You sound good.
Everything sounds good. Yeah, buddy.
I'm a little loud, but I'm always loud. So.
You're a little loud. Okay, I'm gonna turn you down here a little bit.
Somebody will come in and say, "Oh no,
you sound great."
He's too quiet now.
You know how it goes. And I'll get all this back end stuff right down here pretty soon. Let me switch over here.
Let's see. This man said 15 minutes a day.
Yeah, buddy. Otaku Fix, what's going on, brother?
What up, man?
I appreciate you coming. Y'all get a lot of that coughing, okay? I'm not going into details. You follow me on Twitter, you kind of understand that that's just what it is at this point, okay? That's just what it is. So I ain't got the Rona. I ain't sick. Well, I'm sick, but y'all know what it is, man. yeah, because at this point, it's gonna be a way of life for me with this coughing, right? It is what it is. It's not going away. I pop halls like candy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and break a halls out now. It's got to be bad for you, right? Like popping halls like relentlessly to get through conversation.
Do you got them extra strength ones that come in the sealed bag?
No, but this one, it's the citrus. I meant to get that watermelon. No funny business. Like anything watermelon, like I rock with it heavy. Like heavy. No funny business. Shout out to the people who are in the chat. We're going to get this game going in just a few minutes. Do me a big favor. Hit the like button. Share the stream out. Chat, because I chat back. I know it's a random time I went live today. Like, there was no preparation. There was no tweet saying, hey, I'm about to go live. I just went live, right? So I'm going to need the support of the Level 1 community to let people know. And as I tweet out, I am live. I don't really type like that, right?
Google me, baby.
Listen, we're going to go ahead and do it for the one time because it's been a minute. I'm going to shut up for a second and play this intro. Here we go.
15 minutes of fame. I can settle for being ordinary, but nobody remembers the ordinary. It's the ones who live forever. Trendsetters. Break the bar, cause not everybody can be trendsetters. Break the bar. It's the only way I gotta be.
So two things went wrong where number one, I forgot to mute Barron. So you heard him humming. He can't sing. He can't sing. Number one, that's fine. And number two, that's the old logo. It's the old logo. It shows you how long it's been because I've done a live 15 minutes of fame, but it's still, the song's still fire. For 15 minutes of fame, I can settle for being ordinary, But nobody remembers the ordinary. The song is fire, bro.
Where's Snips at when you need him?
Yeah, Snip sings the song better than me, and the song it ain't for me, right? The song, right? But but the song is fire. The song is fire. I'm gonna play it again at the end, right? Because we gotta begin at the end. So we're gonna jump into a listen for the people who are in the chat. Dragon, Yobi, what's going on? Steph, what's going on, man? Appreciate y'all coming through and rocking with us. We're gonna piss. I might piss him off. He might shush me a little bit, but it is what it is. We're gonna jump right into it, okay? Because I feel a little bit spicy today because it seems as if people are showing their cards again. They're showing who they really are again. Because you could have fooled me about people not caring about multiplayer games and it's all about that single third person over the shoulder. That's what it's all about. Everything. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Xbox is dead. I ain't make that up.
It is.
That didn't come from me. That didn't come from me. It came from the community.
What's that?
It's done. Done. Right? No coming back. And something I always said Microsoft would do, and they've been doing it the past couple of years, is they decided to pull the pocketbooks out, right? The Activision Blizzard thing is no secret. It is no secret, right? That's something that is likely to go through. Come on, let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's likely to go through. It will. And if I'm wrong,
just throwing their money around.
As you should. If you got, and let's shrink this down to make it to like us, like we're peons, we're people, money wise compared to Microsoft. Because I didn't hit the 1.2 billion. Even then, that's peanuts to Microsoft, right? I didn't hit that money. If I did, you think I'd be doing this stream? No, I'd be in Bora Bora, sitting on my ass, drinking mojitos. So I'm gonna shrink it down to some money that we can understand, okay? Because we can't quite fathom the money that Microsoft has. And it's not me, family dick ride, nah. It is what it is. They got big bucks.
Get off the meat.
No whammies, okay? Shout out to be the best ad lib hype man of all time, okay? If you got $3,000, B, you gonna trip over $1?
Yeah, I'm cheap. No, I'm not.
You're not.
I'm
not. You're not, right? So here's the thing. We finally, in a way, and I'm gonna take this off here, and I'm gonna use because I don't feel like going to reset era and going through the 3 and all that stuff. So we're gonna use the article from VG. What is this? Video Game Chronicles, VGC, right? Because they kind of broke everything down as far as what was said at this conference, right? And there were multiple, and I'm actually going to do a fake because I'm going to go to the other companies because that is going to be important. So I will be going to Twitter to go into the thread, but I'm going to start here because the most important thing is what we're hearing from Sony in regards to what's going on with Call of Duty. Okay, as we know, it seems as if Microsoft, no matter what, if this acquisition goes through, which I believe it will be, I believe it will. They don't plan on taking Call of Duty away from Sony. Right? And that's something I didn't think they would do. I was in the camp, it's your IP. Do whatever the hell you want to do with your IP. It's yours. It's intellectual property. If I make something, you can tell me what to do with mine. It's mine. It's me. All me. Mine. All day. Tomorrow. It's me.
But what about the gamers?
Fuck them gamers. Listen. Hear me out. So Sony says they believe Xbox only Call of Duty would influence users' console choice. Well, no shit.
What?
Well, no. Did do you think a game, I don't know, like Spider-Man coming out would influence people's console choice? Yeah. And before you get, it's Sony. Number one, Sony does not own a Spider-Man IP. Let's get that myth. I'm so sick of hearing, well, Sony owns their IP. No, they don't. They've never owned a Spider-Man IP.
Word.
And number two, Spider-Man was once multi-platform. But when Spider-Man PS4 came out, it didn't have a PS4. Went and got a PS4. Why? Because that game influenced user console choice. It moved units.
I got mine for No Man's Sky. But go on.
It moved units. So no shit, Sherlock. Okay, but this is no shade to the article writer, right? I would have put this in the headline too, right? But let's move on. So we're gonna read because this is gonna be a long stream. I apologize. We're going long. We're going deep. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
we're not pausing. We're not stopping. There's no room to breathe. We going in. Okay.
Oh Lord.
So a bunch of companies at this Brazilian thing that's irrelevant. Was happening. Right? Was giving their opinions on a multitude of things in the gaming industry, between console and PC, the mobile market. But one of the things that was also brought up was Activision Blizzard Deal, right? Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard. And we're going to talk about just Sony's response to some of the things that was said during this meeting with Brazilian regulators, okay? So we're going to scroll down here. In this question and answer, Sony calls Call of Duty an essential game, a blockbuster, a AAA type that has no rival. Remember that. Sony says, that's going to be important for when we move on. It's going to be important. Sony says there's no rival. None. No competition. None.
Who said it?
Sony.
Oh, Lord.
No rival. Really quick, shout out to the chat. Many Yetis in the building. Shout out to you. RWK88, what's going on, brother? Y'all do me a big favor, hit that like button. Share the stream out on the tweeters, on social media. Let's run it up. Let's run the numbers up and we'll get back to it, okay? According to a 2019 study, the importance of Call of Duty's entertainment in general is indescribable. The brand is the only video game IP to break the top 10 of all entertainment brands amongst fans, joining powerhouses such as Star Wars, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, whichever marketing deal with, and Lord of the Rings. Call of Duty is popular that it influences users' choice of console, and its community of loyal users is entrenched enough that even if its competitor had a budget to develop a similar product, it would not be able to rival it. Now, before we move on, I thought that the PlayStation fan base loved the console so much, they would have stayed. Call of Duty hasn't been taken away from you. So if you love Sony and Sony's brand so much, and I believe you when you say this, right? Sony is enriched into the gaming space, right? Most people, when they think of gaming, they think of PlayStation.
Facts.
All right? So if that's the case, and now that you know that Microsoft isn't taking Call of Duty away from you, what is the concern?
I'm going to still spend my 70.
What's the concern? Your fan base is telling you you can do no wrong. As long as you keep making third-person, over-the-shoulder cinematic titles, we will buy your console. So who cares who the publisher is for Call of Duty? If it's not coming off your platform, why do you care? But let us move on.
20-hour experiences is all I want.
Sony went on to explain how the huge resources Activision puts behind Call of Duty are the core reason why I believe FPS series is unlikely to be rivaled by any competitor. Remember, according to Sony, nobody can rival Call of Duty. There's no competition. Remember that, okay? Each annual Call of Duty release takes around 3 to 5 years to develop. As Activision releases a Call of Duty game per year, this equates to the annual investment of hundreds of millions of dollars. Approximately 1,200 people work on each version, and another 1,500 involved in publishing distribution. Thus, Call of Duty alone has more developers than most game companies enjoy across its entire development portfolio, including the AAA studios. Also, given its plan to recruit 2,000 additional developers by 2021, Activision probably expects Call of Duty to become even more successful in the future. We all on the same page. We still there because we're gonna go back to a lot of that. Okay. They continue. No other developer can devote the same level of resources and expertise in game development. Cap.
They sound like a hater.
Cap. To the utmost degree, okay? Even if they could do that, Call of Duty is overly entrenched, so that no rival, no matter how relevant they are, can catch up. Cap. But move on. Sony went on to note that Call of Duty has been the top-selling game for almost every year for the past decade, and for its genre, it's overwhelmingly the best-selling game, which is why Sony went out of their way to get the Call of Duty deal, the marketing deal from Xbox, so that people would buy and go to PlayStation over Xbox.
Exclusive here first.
Almost died just now. Death almost on YouTube. So Sony knew this, you know this, but you wanted to make sure, hey, we're going to go ahead and money whip, because back then Activision wasn't selling. We're going to go ahead and money whip and make sure that, hey, we want people over here, not Xbox. But we're crying foul now, but I'll move on, okay? It's synonymous with first-person shooter games and essentially defines what the category is. This also demonstrates the player engagement on social media. Call of Duty has 24 million followers on Facebook, blah, 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 blah. To say that these players will unlikely switch to alternative games. Cap. Because all I've heard of last year is Call of Duty is dead. Call of Duty is dying. Call of Duty ain't the same. Don't give me that.
Nobody played Vanguard.
Don't give me that. Do not give me that. That's bullshit. All I've heard is about Call of Duty is not the same. Call of Duty is dead. Call of Duty is dying. Who plays COD? COD is for kids. Yada, 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 yada. Move on. Even in weaker years like 2021, Call of Duty still manages to outperform most other games by considerable margin, which is true. That's fat COD, no matter what. It's a little monster. Vanguard 2021, for example, was widely regarded as weaker than previous titles, which is true. But it's still one of the best of the games 2021 because COD is COD. All right?
They make that money.
In his first response to the Blizzard, they will continue to remain Call of Duty games because of contractual agreements. You guys get it. You guys get that right. It's a couple of things here that I want to go at. Okay, and we're gonna switch screens here. Shout out to Idle Sloth because I bookmarked this tweet because it's easier. He put all of them. You don't follow me, bro. I don't know why you don't follow me.
Idle Sloth, you need to fix that, bro.
You need to fix that, bro. Level 1. I've been out here popping and doing stuff, and you don't follow me, bro. Don't make sense, bro. But whatever. We're gonna move on because I want to go to this thread, okay? Because I want to talk about what the other companies are saying. Because remember, Sony said there is no rivals. No one can rival Call of Duty. There is no competition. Now Sony is saying this. Sony, no competition, none. Let us move on. Shout out to this user here who broke everything down. So I'm gonna go into, as you guys can see, there was a lot of questions asked, but we mostly focusing on a couple of things. We'll talk about Game Pass, okay, and then we'll talk about the it's in here somewhere. The Activision Blizzard, it's in here somewhere, but we're gonna go down. All right. So Sony, we already talked about it in the VGC article. We all know what Sony, Activision Blizzard, okay. So let's go to Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers says,
Warner Bros.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five. Right? Warner Brothers says they don't have any specific comments or concerns at this time regarding the transaction. No concerns. Warner Brothers, one of the biggest third parties, says we ain't got no issues. And I got you gonna say, well, they're not making consoles, Fame, stupid motherfucker. They're not making consoles. Oh, why? Ubisoft. They says they don't think Activision Blizzard has unique games because there is no such thing. There is no such video game title that doesn't have close competition. That's facts.
But what about the indies?
Indies competitions, other indie games. This is absolute fact. They hit the nail on the head. There is no such video game title that doesn't have close competition. There isn't.
Everybody can get it.
COD is a monster. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying COD is not a monster. It is an absolute beast. But to say it has no competition is cap. And one of the games easily comes to mind, but we're going to get down to it here in a little bit, okay? If it doesn't read out already.
Killzone. He wasn't going to say Killzone.
No, I was saying like all right, Rainbow Six Siege, but let us move on, okay? I don't know who the hell New Veeam is, being honest. But there are digital games for storefront for PC. PC gamers, don't kill me if they somebody that's like, oh my God, you know this, yeah, you're not a gamer. Don't kill me for that, okay? All games from Activision Blizzard have close competitors in their categories, like Battlefield, Free Fire, Final Fantasy 17. I don't know about these.
And Crossfire X.
I don't know about these. But Battlefield, yes, Battlefield may have had a down year, but it's still Battlefield has another good game. Because at one point, B, you remember this, Battlefield 4?
Life.
You couldn't tell me the gaming community, the gaming space, the Battlefield 4, what wasn't it?
What was in there?
COD? Who? You play what?
The Duty.
You doing who?
The number 2.
Call of Duty? That's for kids. We on Battlefield, baby.
We out here blowing up buildings.
They had some issues with Battlefield 5 and Battlefield. What's that game you still play, Baron? 2042?
2040 Greatness.
The lies you tell. But
yeah, it's rough.
It's rough out here. But if the next Battlefield game is back up to where the quality it was with 4, that's not competition for Call of Duty. That's not competition for Call of Duty? Because it is. It absolutely is. Bandai Namco. Every game is unique. They are concurrent competitors to Call of Duty such as Battlefield, Valorant, Destiny. The same in relation to World of Warcraft. So another third party, they don't make consoles, they tell you another third party to say, hey, there is So far, the only one person is on that hating shit. And that's Sony. Even though Microsoft says, hey, we're not going to take Call of Duty away from you. You just want Microsoft to get more money. Microsoft going to get money regardless. Microsoft going to get money regardless. They don't care. They don't care if they get $1 from you, him, her, or they. They don't care. They're going to get their money. So why do you care if they're not taking it off your platform?
Stack cheese.
I don't want to feel like I'm ignoring the chat. Shout out to y'all in the chat. Wolf is in the building. Iron Mike, appreciate you coming through Rock with us. Mr. Inferno, Mr. Keem is in the building. He says Idle Slot follows. Oh, it must be nice.
Well, tell him to follow us.
It must be nice. All right. It must be nice. How did I know there was going to be an angry 15 minutes? It just happens, okay? I digress. But before I digress, move on. We're going to keep this going, okay? Hit the like button. Let's run it up. Run it up for me. Let's get some love going here, man. Run up, hit the like button. Share the stream out on Twitter. I digress. We're going to move on. Apple. They don't answer most questions. They don't really care. It is what it is to Apple. Riot Games. They consider Naughty Dog as a potential competitor to Activision Blizzard. Naughty Dog is one of the best in the business. One of the best in the business.
Yeah.
Top tier. We talk about
put out them hits.
Best developers, not just on best developers, best PlayStation developers. We talking best developers. It's up there. It's going to get mentioned every single time. All right? They're saying Naughty Dog. Microsoft for the creation of AAA games. The thing is, they also mentioned Sony as an option. Yada, yada, yada. Call of Duty, WoW, Candy Crush have real competitors, according to them. Battlefield, Apex, Counter-Strike, Valorant, Rainbow Six was the game that came to mind to me. For competition for COD, Cookie Jam, or Bejeweled is in relation to Candy Crush. They're trying to relate those two because of Activision Microsoft would also get Candy Crush, right? But here again, Battlefield, Apex, Counter-Strike, Valorant, Rainbow Six. All of these games that has thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people playing every single minute.
Fame got a monthly subscription to Candy Crush.
Maybe. Amazon. We ain't got no information. We don't really care to access the important. They don't care. They don't care. Google. Alternatives to COD could be Battlefield, Counter-Strike, Rainbow Six. Alternatives to WoW, because they would get WoW, Lost Ark, ESO, which Microsoft owns, Guild Wars 2, for Candy Crush it'd be Bejeweled, yada, yada, yada. So what they're telling you over and over is everybody but Sony saying, what do you mean? What do you mean? Number one, they're not taking COD off your platform. That's numero uno. Number two, yes, I do too like this. Deal with it. L. Number two, I forgot the number one. Listen, they're not taking it off the platform. They're not taking it off the platform. Okay? And number two, there's competition. There's a multitude of games that will rival Call of Duty. Yes. Is there a chance that Call of Duty is going to be the number one selling game next year? Possibly. Nope, they don't play. But Sony, you have a loyal fan base that are telling you if you continue to make third person over the shoulder cinematic games, we're going to buy your platform.
Yeah, because you do no wrong.
So if they buy your platform and they don't buy an Xbox, where are they going to get COD at? On your platform. What does it matter to you where the split, because the split is what, 70-30, something like that? Somebody let me know if I'm wrong. What does it matter to you where that split goes? I don't get, because you're still going to make money hands over fist. Right? We tout the most consoles sold, right? Call of Duty is always in the top 10 of games sold on PlayStation. That won't change. Granted,
move units.
There are going to be some people, don't get me wrong, that will switch a lot. Because if Microsoft gets Activision Blizzard, which means Activision Blizzard is in Game Pass, I can get Call of Duty every year for no extra cost. I don't use the term free. It's not, you can get it for free. It's not free. It's not free.
It's free to me.
It's not free. Okay? For no additional cost, you're gonna have a lot of people gonna do that. A lot of people. Don't make me. I'm not saying people won't switch, but to sit here and be the only company that's saying, "Hey, there is no competition to Call of Duty. If Microsoft gets Call of Duty, who's gonna buy my croutons? If Microsoft gets Call of Duty, who's gonna buy my tampons? How am I gonna get paid? Where the money gonna come from? Where the money at?"
Support the devs.
They supporting the devs, Baron. Stray, remember when Stray came out? Nobody played it on PlayStation. No, they did. But damn it, support the devs. You get what I'm saying? Like Sony's their business plan won't necessarily, they won't be hurt by this. It's competition. I get it. They look at Microsoft as the number one competitor, and Microsoft may look that way for Sony, but out loud they're telling you Sony is not they're not worried about Sony in certain aspects. Obviously they're going to look and see what they're doing. We need to adjust. But they're really looking at, and they told you before, the Googles, the Amazons, the Apples, right? Because eventually they're going to make their big play. And Google might have made their big play. We hear the Stadia might be already dying. All right. What? Yeah, it's gone. You bought one right for $600 day one, and you play it every day. That's what you said.
Yep.
This pain, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through. Only scared that they're. Hey, listen. At the end of the day, PlayStation gamers are going to buy a PlayStation. All I hear on social media is who wants an Xbox. All I hear on social media is Call of Duty is dead. So if Call of Duty is dying, it's trash, and no one wants an Xbox, why is this a big deal? Why Sony on this hating shit? And then before I actually got to get in here and read this, I seen people on social media saying, it's not just Sony saying this. I seen these tweets. It's not just Sony. Other companies chimed in too. It's not. From what we just read as a team.
Y'all seen it.
What we just read as a team, it's just Sony. No one else seems to care. And if they do care, they're telling you, not a big deal. Not a big deal. There's competition. PlayStation will still have Call of Duty. It will also have its competitors, Battlefield. It will also have its competitor, Rainbow Six. And you mean to tell me the number one console maker, the one that sells the most consoles? We heard about the PlayStation 4 selling 120 something million consoles, something like that. We heard that over and over and over and over and over and over and over again about how many consoles they sold. And then every time NPD came out, they had the number one. They drop a new game. It's number one, number two selling game. We heard over and over and over and over again about the sales of the software, because somebody gonna say, "Oh, Fame, they don't make that much money off of hardware." But what about all the software they moved? People say, "Oh, look at the sales. So you mean to tell me the company that has the number one selling console and the company that has the top selling games every single year doesn't have the funds to go and make a dedicated multiplayer game?"
He's saying their pockets is light.
I'm saying they got plenty money. They got plenty money. I'm saying they got plenty money. But Sony wants to rely on third parties when it comes to multiplayer. Which, again, you want to know why? Because the fan base constantly tells them, "I'd rather play single player games."
Third person over the shoulder is life.
Third person over the shoulder cinematic. That's what I want. So what room does the fan base have to complain that they're focusing on third party for multiplayer and not giving you guys top of the line multiplayer experiences
but
from
what
first
about
party?
Halo?
It's trash. I ain't gonna say it's trash. I stopped playing it. Maybe I'll go back. But first season, we was on Halo every day. We was on it every day, B.
Yeah,
we was on Halo.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? And then you got the Gears franchise, right? There's and then Forza has a big multiplayer element to it. Right? There's these multiplayer style games on Xbox that people are saying, "Oh, there's no third person over the shoulder cinematic titles over there. That's why I play on PlayStation." And granted, I'm all cool with each platform having its thing. Okay, I'm cool with that. But we can't sit here and tell them, "Hey, we're cool with this. We like this," up until the competition say, "You know what? I'm gonna pull my meat out on the table."
Oh Lord.
That's what Microsoft has done since Activision, since Bethesda. Before Bethesda, they was like, "Hey, you know, we got Ninja Theory, but Ninja Theory is fire." Then they pulled a meat out on the table and said, "We taking Bethesda." And then somehow, some way, they pulled out another meat on the table and said, "We getting Activision Blizzard."
They got two of them things?
2 meats. Arby's.
Oh, Lord.
Arby's.
Oh, Lord.
Arby's.
Who's keeping Arby's open?
Microsoft. We can't all of a sudden, "Oh, well, this is not fair. Sony, that means regardless of Microsoft getting Activision Blizzard or not, Sony still doesn't have any multiplayer games.
Oh.
Whether Microsoft gets them or not, they still don't have them. Yes, if they drop Factions, for a lot of people, Factions is that multiplayer title on PlayStation. It is. Factions what they do. But they obviously are messing around and probably going to charge y'all $40 to $50 for a multiplayer title that should have came attached with The Last of Us Part 1. But that's a video for another day if that happens. That game better be free.
Want that 70.
It better be free to play, or it better come with it better be, if you bought Last of Us Part 1, you get it. I'm saving that damn video for that moment, because we're going to have a conversation, and at some point, we're going to have to be real, because we look Microsoft dead in their fucking eye last gen, and we talked them everything they did wrong, and you better fix it or we leaving. We gave Microsoft the business on social media all last gen. I want the same energy for Sony if that happens, because I'm going to have it. I'm going live at a random time on a Monday for more than 15 minutes of fame. That's what I'm calling it, more than 15 minutes.
Oh, Lord.
But that's the video for another day. Shout out to the chat. Xbox expansion pass is in a building. Let me clean up my tones for Xbox Expansion Pass. Yo, check out Xbox Expansion Pass, bro. Check him out. Dude has top of the line interviews, top of the line podcast. That is my guy. Okay? And he has one of the toughest jobs in the United States of America. So I got all the praise and love for my guy. Okay? Go check him out. Give him a follow on the tweets. Listen to what he got to say. If you really want to get some insight, some dope ass interviews, check my man's out. Man's talented. Shout out to y'all for coming through. But again, that Last of Us multiplayer, that's for another day, B. We're gonna say that for another day. We'll say that for another day. Because that's gonna be a problem. But again, it goes back to what you're. If y'all don't think, we say all the time that us on Twitter and all this stuff, we're the minority. We're loud as hell. I got a big mouth. We're loud. Believe it or not, they're listening. And so they're constantly being told, I like to play alone. I like to play with myself. I don't need no multiplayer titles. I can play all alone by myself at night. Cool.
Oh, Lord.
Cool. And Sony does great at giving you these blockbuster third-party titles. But we can't all of a sudden change energy when it comes to multiplayer. You want more multiplayer titles, you tell Sony that. But don't tell Microsoft they can't further push what they're doing. And the energy should be to tell Sony, hey, this is what we want. Not telling Microsoft, that's not fair. That's not fair. What are you doing? Put your meat back. You can't do that.
Lord.
You cannot. That's not how this works. We told Microsoft over and over, hey, you need more studios. You need more games. You need more diversity. We need different types of games. We told them that. That's what they're doing. Go tell Sony, hey, let's give Killzone another chance. You go tell Sony that. The energy shouldn't be towards Microsoft, but what about competition? Sony whooped Microsoft's ass all last gen. There was no stop the count then. There was no stop the count.
January 6th.
There was no stop the count. No one was saying, Sony, stop coming out with these amazing games. Sony, quit doing this because it's not fair to Microsoft.
Let them breathe, Sony.
Microsoft has an advantage. And like anyone with an advantage, if you 6'10" and can shoot, you're not going to hoop to get millions?
Nah, I'm good. I'm going to go do taxes.
You going to hoop. You going to hoop. You going to use the abilities. You 6'10", why you not dunking? You're going to use what's available to you. You're going to use what's available to you. And what's available to Microsoft? Cash. Shout out to Fuck You too. Give me a new SOCOM. You can have COD. That's the energy I'm talking about. Fuck you too. Fuck you. That's his name. I'm not cussing.
I know.
But you get what I'm saying? That's the energy I'm talking about. Give me a new SOCOM. Why not focus on telling Sony, hey, let's go make a game? Why are we putting energy into some old hating shit about what your competition is doing? Go make SOCOM. His comment is exactly what I'm talking about. This is where the energy should be going. It shouldn't be worried about stopping the competition. It's about making what you love better. Fuck you too. Shout out to you. I like your name. You be saying that a lot. Come through. I hope you hit that subscribe button. A new Resistance. A new IP. There's all type of things Sony could be doing instead of focusing on stopping this. I get it. That's their competition. I understand that. But you don't see Microsoft out here doing no hating shit with Sony. You don't see that. You don't see that. That ain't happening. That's not happening.
They dirty back and they bought the whole.
Bro,
You a safe haven. You a safe haven for developers.
you see what I'm saying? Like the energy is all wrong. And again, I'm bothered because every single company that was at this Brazilian whatever the fuck it was, okay, they're all saying, okay, what's the big effing deal? Okay, who cares? Except for Sony. Sony, put that energy. You see these people in the level 1 chat who I hope subscribe, hit that like button, and check the stream out. I hope y'all did that because I want to run some numbers up, right? Oh, and make sure y'all come out Wednesday to Double XP. Flagship podcast every Wednesday, 6 p.m. CST, right? Oh. Make sure you guys come out. A new red faction. What the hell is Dirty Mason?
Dirty Mackin.
Dirty Mackin, what's that?
Instead of going out and building up your own thing, you just went and bought it.
Oh, okay. Hey, listen. What the hell is CST? Central Time, baby. We're in the great state of Texas, my man. We go 6 p.m. CST. But this is the energy that I want PlayStation fans, and I'm a PlayStation fan. But this is the energy I want. I want PlayStation to focus on PlayStation. Not looking back over their shoulder trying to see what the hell Microsoft was doing, because I was told, and don't get me wrong, first place ain't worried about second place. Y'all remember that? Anybody remember that last year? Y'all talking about X? And I was also told, I remember quite clearly, hashtag Xbox Fight Back.
Oh, Lord.
Anybody remember that? Right? So not only is Sony worried about second place, Xbox is fighting back. But everybody want to complain. Everybody wants to complain about the things that you ask these companies to do and to not do. It doesn't make sense. I'm trying to wrap my brain around it, right? And I'm getting older, so things don't quite make sense the way they used to. But this makes a lot of sense to me. That was a real hashtag. Go on Twitter and type in hashtag Xbox Fight Back. That was real.
Throwing the towel, Adrian.
Hold on. Let's see if I can. I don't know if you can still search it. Let's see. This is from 2019. A post up. Wow.
Oh Lord. Oh, post up.
Xbox. So it was a real thing. It's a real thing. Go. Oh, shout out. Rest in peace, Kyle. Right. But like it was the talk. So people went to Twitter and was like, "Yo." You know, some people tried to take over the hashtag. I enjoy my Xbox every day. Xbox Fight Back, but it was a thing. So what Xbox do? They fought back. And everyone's complaining. Makes no. Shout out to Mini Yeti with the share on Twitter. That's what I'm talking about, Mini Yeti. That's what I'm talking about. My head hurts, G. I'm gonna go to the chat, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Best podcast. Hey, man, I appreciate the love, man. We just try to make folks laugh. Mr. Furnace, I remember. Pepper's Farms remembers too, my guy. Pepper's Farms remembers Xbox Fight Back. It was a thing. Xbox One really was a disaster. It was bad out here. But the focus was on improving Xbox. Right? Xbox One's issues. The fans, the people who bought the console, people who might not have necessarily enjoyed it, the focus was to fix Xbox, not to weaken PlayStation. Because who wins in that scenario? Nobody. We want Sony to be as strong as possible. We want Nintendo to be as strong as possible. Right? We want Xbox to also be as strong as possible. So the conversation was making Xbox better. You want to hear people last gen saying, oh, Sony should stop dropping games. Stop it. No more. It wasn't. It was Xbox do better. Fight back. Do something. Make a better game. Make a better console. That was the conversation. But now the conversation has shifted to make sure Sony stays in power, we must weaken Microsoft. If you enjoy Call of Duty, what difference does it make who publishes it? It's still getting made by Activision. That's not changing. Being on Game Pass is a plus. There's no negatives to this. There are no negatives to this, no matter who tries to spin it. How? The consumer's still going. Most people, a lot of people, I don't have numbers in front of me, can't even afford 2 consoles. Can barely find one or the other right now anyway. Right? And then some people will tell you, I would never buy an Xbox. I'd rather play on my personal computer. So they have a PlayStation and a personal computer. And their friends are likely on PlayStation. Where they going to play Call of Duty? On PlayStation. Right? Nothing's going to change.
Say it ain't so.
Sony is fearful because they don't want they don't want competition. I said it. They got comfortable kicking Xbox's ass all gen last gen. They don't want the competition. They don't want competition. Shoot. Most people want easy street. I get it. But Microsoft is using the tools available to them, and that's money. Right? And if Microsoft's telling you that you can still have Call of Duty, cool. Be cool with that. B, as the greatest hype man ad blibber of all time. You got anything before I dip? Shout out to the chat. I love y'all, man. For real.
Y'all make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, all that other things. Cause we out here, we outside digitally. We got shows, we got stuff. We got a whole website where words get put on digital paper and y'all can read. Yeah, read.
Don't forget to go on Twitter. #2meets. Share the stream out.
Oh, Lord.
Do me a big favor. If you watching, if you can hear my voice, share the stream out right now. #2meets.
Yeah, we trying to get that Arby's sponsor.
If people want to know what it means, they gotta come watch. They gotta come watch the clip. They gotta come watch the video. #2meets. I'm back on Wednesday. Tag Arby's. We. Neo comes in. I say #2meets, and Neo comes in. Like, you rang.
You summoned him.
The
chosen one.
We summoned them. Let's shout out to Neo. Neo's another one. Go follow my man Neo. Good people. Known fact, his father plays War Machine in Iron Man. And I think he has his own series coming out on Disney Plus. So make sure you guys check it out. Support him. Support his dad. And, we'll go from there. Listen.
He just doxed Neo.
Yo, again, we're going to get up out of here. Hit that like button. Share out the stream. #2meets. I'm back on Wednesday for Double XP Podcast. Don't report me.